What's up, folks? Late Bloomer here. I just dropped off one of my Uber clients, and wow, she was a pretty young, very beautiful young girl. Probably maybe like 5 to maybe even 10 years younger than I. She was beautiful, but that's not the point. Right now I'm in Staten Island. I dropped her off at Staten Island, and wow, Staten Island is beautiful during autumn. Staten Island, even though it's in the city, it doesn't get its proper due. It always gets a lot of flack from the other boroughs of the city. It's compared to like New Jersey, but it's really beautiful. They've got rolling hills, relatively clean. I mean, I guess when you may have some sort of like an inferiority complex or something like that, you're gonna strive to be better, and thanks to that striving to be better desire, I think they've done a pretty good job. Anyway, I digress. Back to one of my Uber clients. I picked her up. Before she got into the car, I just thought, okay, some young girl. Looks like a party animal. She was still in her gym clothes. But I could tell she was pretty. But she didn't really. It was like 3 in the afternoon. And oh, by the way, yeah, call that work. Anyway, it was like 3 in the afternoon, so she wasn't really made up, or she didn't really dress up. But okay, so I thought, okay, just some young girl, where am I gonna drop her off to? Like maybe just really a couple blocks away or something like that. But no, she gave me like a good half-hour trip, and as I was driving her, she was on her phone, and she was like talking to whoever on the phone and complaining that she only made like $200 last night. I didn't really say anything, but in my head I was like, $200 for one night, one night's work? That is freaking amazing. And you're not gonna believe this, but she said something else like that amounts to like saying for tonight's work or something like that, she's not going to leave until she gets at least 300. And I was like, at first I thought this girl was just like, all right, maybe some young girl just working somewhere low paying, but Jesus, it's a lot more money than I'm making right now. And I got into a conversation with her. I said, do you work the night shift or something? She goes, yeah. At first, I'll be honest, I thought, what kind of profession would give that high pay to somebody that young? Obviously she looks good, but she's a good looking girl, but somebody that young. And to be honest, it just seems like somebody who's just like a regular young girl, just preoccupied with like shopping and stuff. But wow, to be honest, I thought she was a stripper. But I didn't really ask. But then again, through our conversation, she told me she worked bottle service in the city. So I was like, wow, you know what? That is amazing. And here I am with my degree, working a 9 to 5, not necessarily 9 to 5, but like second shift for a company, and I can't even fathom making that much money for one night. I need to maybe expand my horizons and free my mind. But anyway, that brings me to this point, which is a very positive point, and I'm glad I got her as a client today, because it really helped me realize, wow, this world is wonderful. Like, a girl like her, a young person can make that much money. I'm 30 years old, turning 31 soon, and I couldn't even fathom making that much money. That is amazing, because that really gives me hope, because I don't know if you guys have known, but I've been wanting to just escape my current job, and even though I still work there, I mean, the feeling gets stronger that I want to escape, and also there's a fear of the unknown, and just having her as a client today made me realize that there's hope out there, and there's really hope out there. It's one of the few bright spots that I've encountered, and I'm glad I've encountered one of those few bright spots today. And as I've come to realize, when I was younger, I kind of looked down on professions that kind of like were dirty. Like sad to say, but I would look down on like people that would like pick up garbage and stuff like that, or janitors, to be honest. But now I've come to realize, and I've come to respect them much more, because it's hard work. And I've also come to realize that, what? Here's the point I want to make. It does not matter what you do. In my opinion, it does not matter what you do. No matter how dirty it is, how mundane it seems, as long as you make the kind of money you want, That's all that matters, I mean, blue collar, white collar, cleaning services, creative services, whatever you do, it does not matter what you do. You still have my respect, as long as you're making the kind of money that you want, as long as you like it. And having that young girl as a client today really gives me hope, and gives me a feeling of positivity that I haven't had in a while. It's like, a lot of things are possible. You just have to, open your mind and be willing to discover them. So today's a good day. Alright, folks. Peace.